So,
Team Moo, Charlie Kirk, what's going on, bro?
So what I would like, is this mic good? What I would like is simply that they respect my First Amendment as much as I respect theirs.
Are you really respecting their First Amendment right, though, when you're coming into the crowd and antagonizing?
You were about to piss your pants. But when I'm over here by myself, you want to start opening your mouth and talking shit, right, bitch? Yeah, you did.
You want to see what real independent journalism funded by the people for the people looks like?
You ever heard a story like this in America?
You're looking at it.
Congratulations for always being somewhere where mainstream media is not.
Flint, Michigan.
See you in Nevada.
Thanks to people like you, we can get the truth. Corporate media, they've been lying to us for years, and you're going straight to the people.
You are the man. I'm glad you're here.
For as low as 16 cents a day, you'll keep us on the ground, covering the important stories the corporate media covers up.
Yeah. Yeah, we're seeing some of those. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Oh my God, thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we've got a right-wing content creator, these trolls that have come here into the crowd just to stir up shit.
He gets this content and then he pushes it as propaganda to say that people are attacking him.
Yeah.
So this is how the right's propaganda works.
Yeah, absolutely. That's John that you're hearing from there.
So,
Team Moo, Charlie Kirk, what's going on, bro?
so what I would like, is this mic good? What I would like is simply that they respect my First Amendment as much as I respect theirs.
Are you really respecting their First Amendment right, though, when you're coming into the crowd and antagonizing?
How am I antagonizing? By asking a question?
I mean, you've been pushing the camera in people's faces. You've been. I mean, I think
there's dozens of cameras here, including yours.
Yeah, but generally, I mean, we have to recognize that you have a political perspective.
Do you think they're respecting the First Amendment right now? Do you feel like your First Amendment is respected at this exact moment? I don't.
At this moment, I mean, I feel like I'm still able to talk. We're still having a conversation.
But your camera's not going to catch it.
I mean, yeah, it absolutely is. We invest in our microphones. We're able to keep talking. Was there anything else you wanted to say about your side?
I asked a question, and they surrounded me and repeatedly told me they were going to knock me out and said they hope somebody's going to kill me. Hey, look, she just put a gun up and said she's going to kill me. Are you going to kill me? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so this is the kind of behavior that we see over and over again from these right-wing provocateurs. They could stand in a different area. There is another barricade across the road where we have seen pro-ICE people stand in the past. They could choose to stand over there. He chooses to come and stand here among this crowd because he knows the reaction it's going to get. He videotapes the whole thing, puts it up on his social media channels as a way to try and gain attention and make a profit that way, just off of provoking people who are out here trying to exercise their First Amendment right, and doing so in a way that it actively advances the desires of this administration in an unquestioning way, standing up for what they believe in out here, what they are doing actively, which is disappearing people off the streets of Chicago. Yeah, so that's the tactic that we're seeing play out here. Like Cam Higbee, a lot of these right-wing provocateurs, they were just at the White House a few days ago for a round table on Antifa, treating it as if it was some concrete organization and not just a free association of people who don't support fascists. And then the very next day, many of those exact same provocateurs go from the White House to here in Chicago. They move together as a group. They come after state police already have this area relatively locked down, after ICE has already been tear gassing people and that situation has settled somewhat. They wait until it's safe, then they come out here and they antagonize people to create their content. This is the cycle.
But that's how you guys are. But that's how you guys are. Oh, you were a little scared. You were a little scared. You were about to piss your pants. But when I'm over here by myself, you want to start opening your mouth and talking shit, right, bitch?
No.
Yeah, you did. But when
don't give them attention. They're just being souls really unhappy with their lives.
I know. But when the guys were all up on you were pissing in your pants. I got footage of it.
Let's go. Let them hear me, pathetic little boy.
So, what's your name?
Tracy.
Tracy, nice to meet you. I'm JT. Why the first? Let's just establish what were you just doing a few minutes ago?
Blowing my whistle and calling a Nazi a Nazi. 100%. Because let me tell you something. At this point in the administration,
sorry, just for a little bit of clarity, she's referring to like those right-wing provocateurs that we were talking about here in the audience, that are here in the crowd out here, who have been circulating and trying to stir stuff up. Yeah.
Because anybody that supports Trump in this administration thus far, because I know that MAGA is fractured and they're leaving silently because it's a cult and that's how you leave a cult. And trying to form a purple revolution as if we want to do something like that. But if you're still supporting this, that's exactly what you are. You are rooted in white supremacy and capitalism. And there's no way to convince me differently. And that's how white supremacy and capitalism need to be broken down. It needs to be called out. It needs to be called out. I would have loved to destroy him. But that's the best that we can do right now. But it's obvious.
Yeah, we saw a lot of folks from the crowd kind of join in with you in shouting them down.
And when I'm by myself, typical of the right-wing man who wants to attack a woman, always. I fight back. I'm not a stay-at-home mom who's like willing to give up my voting rights and my body. It's never going to happen.
We heard him making reference to like a filing of a police report. Does that kind of language intimidate you?
Oh, I'm willing to get arrested for this. I've looked forward to this revolution since I was a child. I'm a born socialist, from a socialist political refugee from Guatemala. So this is my opportunity to fight for it, then I will fight for it. I will go down bleeding, bruised, dead, or arrested. I'm good with that, 100%.
I mean, do you see that as like a real threat out here today, being here in this crowd?
Yeah, I think it's a threat because the police are siding with the Gestapo, known as ICE, and not us protesters. The fact that they're out here to protect protesters is just full of shit. It's not real. It's not real.
Yeah. Well, so really spell out for people how you see them protecting
like
ICE.
I've always seen them as a threat. Mm-hmm. They are.
I guess I was like asking, how do you see them as protecting ICE and their mission out here?
Because the crime is being committed in that building, not out here. This is our First Amendment right. Even his First Amendment right. I hate that he's here, but I would fucking die to protect that right. I don't want to hear shit he has to say, but he has the right. And it's slowly being taken away from us. And that is the truth.
Give us some examples. How do you see that these First Amendment rights being eroded in this moment?
Well, Trump said it. Trump said it with the burning of the flag. That is a First Amendment right, freedom. If we wanted to burn the flag, we can. It's not illegal. It's not illegal. I might burn a flag later.
When dealing with these right-wing provocateurs, media figures out here right now, I've heard people in the crowd be like, "Wow, just ignore them." Some taking the shouting down, you arguing. How do you decide best way to handle it?
I should ignore them, and I know better, and I know better to ignore them. But I'm pissed. I'm livid on a day-to-day basis.
About what specifically?
About being brown in this country right now. About being profiled by the color of my skin or the language that we're speaking. Because that is what's happening right now. And it's apparent. And what happened with the Black Hawk helicopter and ICE going into an apartment building, if that was my apartment building, I'd have shot him dead on the fucking floor. Because I am also very 2A. And that's what would have happened. I would have opened fire. And you know what would have happened to me? They would have killed me.
You see this state as being one that's ready to use violence?
It is using violence.
Yeah.
It's using excessive force. I was shot by ICE here. I was shot in the back by ICE. I was the first person to be shot by ICE here.
When was that? Give our audience a sense of space of time.
5-6 weeks ago. The first time when they unloaded on a handicapped woman here for protesting. Their cosplay. This is the only thing that they could do. To utilize their deep-rooted hatred for people that don't look like them. And this is the job that they are getting paid to do, using that as credential.
When you were shot, was it a rubber bullet? Was it a
Pepper. It was a pepper ball. Yeah. And tear gassed. We were tear gassed also.
Yeah, those are the tactics that we've seen employed out here. Those less than lethal means, quote unquote, that actually do real harm to people. We saw John got video, stark images of a man whose back was all cut up from the use of those.
Yeah, we saw that too. And it did look something like that. But it was just one. My keffiyeh protected me that day. 100%.
Is there anything else you would want to add while you have this platform while we're talking right now?
Free Palestine.